do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan. That was bringing the thunder.
It was, man. Like that was kind of. It was pointed.
Yeah.
It was very pointed. Waste not, want not. I like it. I like it. Good week this week.
Yes.
I was very, very happy with it.
Yeah.
Like,
and even like mainstream big
yes.
good.
Like, good job. Good job. Good job. So okay, we've got two that are the same.
Yep.
And then we defer.
Yep.
You went really Marvel heavy.
I did
this week,
which is weird. Like it made me feel like I used to when I was a kid, and I was just Marvel.
Right.
And you had to come up with some good Batman to get me off.
Wait, what? Phrasing?
Yeah, we're not doing we're not doing phrasing anymore.
Sorry. I couldn't help it. It was pretty good. Okay, so where do you want to start then? In terms of what we read, you want to go? How about Nova?
Sure.
Nova. All right. So we've got a new Nova. Yep. This is Loveness and Ramon Perez, who also did the artwork, which I think is pretty cool. Are you a huge Nova fan?
Not really.
Me neither, but I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Like, thoroughly.
Yeah, it was action throughout.
Yeah.
And there, interwoven through that action, there was definitely some character building, some backstory being woven in.
Indeed. And when I say I'm not a fan per se, like it's not that I don't know who Richard Rider is and all that stuff, but like the new Nova, Sam, like I never picked up that series. I have a basic awareness of what's going on, but I am excited about the way that this seems like it's going to weave together.
And they're two radically different characters.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
Very, very awesome. I almost feel like this, like, could Nova be the next Spider-Man?
Maybe.
You know, like, I mean, how we had Miles Morales and then, you know, Peter's, kind of mentorship. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, totally. It feels right now like Marvel is eyeing the next generation and trying to set the stage for that.
I can see that.
And I mean, it's working.
Sure.
There are some readers that aren't feeling it, but, you'd have to...
They're the old guard, and they don't like being ushered out, which I get, but when it's a nice sort of carryover, I mean, because technically, for some people, the original Nova was that, so, I don't know. Yeah. Come on, guys, give it a chance, give it a chance.
There are other good bands besides REO Speedwagon. There's not.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, wait, what? Is that true? Let's ask the internet. Well, tweet us and let us know what other bands there might be other than REO Speedwagon. Revved up like the... Okay, so where did you go after that? Like, what's...
I went, and I think this might be a good place to defer, I went with Champions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit more Nova action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wade and Ramos are the creative team, and if Mark Wade's writer, Ramos is the... It is that younger group of heroes.
Okay.
The younger Nova, the younger Miss Marvel, Miles Morales is Spider-Man, young Cyclops, for time-traveling Cyclops.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So the team is just fun. There's just a ton of energy that's coming off these characters, and they're ones that I can see the generation under us being able to more identify, because there's a greater group of characters, different skill sets, different races, different ethnicities, and like it's really, really fun.
I can get with that. I can definitely get with that, because let's see, Miss Marvel, she's a mutant.
Yeah.
So is Scott. Yeah. We've got Sam is alien tech.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have an Inhuman on the team?
No, I don't believe so.
Yet. I'm calling it. An Inhuman will be on that team. Wow, that's kind of okay. Cool. I dig. I really dig that.
Yeah, it's real fun. It has an energy and a storytelling style that reminds me of Avengers from the '80s.
Okay.
So it's something that we've kind of lacked the last 10 years or so with Avengers.
You know what? I think that's kind of an interesting thing. If we go back and actually look and see like what generational books there might have been, like, was my generation different than the previous generations?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we had X-Men Gold and Blue.
Yeah.
But does that stand up to the Claremont Burn?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting thoughts. I took on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
We're in part 5 of the 6-part war, so war's almost done. So it's about the poo's about to hit the fan, people. I thought there was going to be a death in this one that was going to be super impactful, but they pulled through. But there was a moment where I was like, oh my God, is that going to die? But it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
And coming off the issue before.
Right?
There was
there was
stuff.
Lots of stuff. There was lots of stuff. And we're talking about a main character almost bit it. So this was big. But I feel like, oh man, like there's still so much characterization with this series that people are not like even aware of with the show right now. Like there's just so much like, I don't want to spoil, but people that you're almost like, why do I care about you? Why?
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Yeah, and that's something that there are people that have only watched the show,
Right.
and there are people that have only read the comics, and I think each of those groups are missing out on the full experience.
Yes, they are. You need to come together like Voltron because there's more. There's alternative interpretation, which I think is the greatest part. You know, and heads up for anyone that wants to read the book that has only watched the show, Daryl Dixon doesn't exist. Don't panic, don't riot, don't cry.
It's okay. It's okay. Like REO Speedwagon.
Revved up.
Yeah.
Like is it Deuce?
I don't think
I've always questioned that term.
I don't think that's REO Speedwagon.
Well, who is that then?
It's not REO Speedwagon. That's
Well, it should have been. How about that?
That is fair. That is fair.
How about that? Obviously, in my household, we didn't listen to REO Speedwagon so much. Sorry. All right, so, okay, the next place that we went the same.
Yes.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this is my vote for Book of the Week.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Okay. Unworthy Thor, number 2.
It's actually really worthy.
Oh, Jason Aaron, Copial.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Where do you start?
You can't start because it's spoilerific. You cannot talk about this book. This book is Fight Club.
This book is Fight Club.
The first rule is we can't talk about it. Second rule is we really cannot talk about it.
We cannot stress the importance of rule number 1 and rule number 2. Very important.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So
I'm still feeling it off of the last page of the last issue.
yeah.
And if you know what we're talking about, okay. But what they're building here is monumental. Mythic, even.
Yeah. Loose ends from previous incarnations of Marvel. It just works together. It's
bridges and then
like an epic cosmic sense.
yes.
And it almost feels like Odin's son
Yes.
is almost like alone on the stage. And there's darkness all around him, and then there's that.
Yes.
But even within that, it's like cheese on a mousetrap.
Because you know it's a setup.
Yeah.
See, I feel like, okay, I'm going to take your Odin's son on a stage,
Go on.
and he's singing Bohemian Rhapsody,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he's telling his life story by singing Bohemian Rhapsody. God,
Yeah.
that scene, that moment.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Ugh.
Once you read it, you'll know. Easily, hands down, Book of the Week for me, though. Yeah, the art is gorgeous. The story is, it's punching.
The dialogue, the characterizations.
And the people that show up.
yeah.
I want to know who was talking to the other person. I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
And I need to know.
Yeah, because there was definitely some kind of conversation going on.
There was definitely some stuff talking. There was some jibba jabba.
Yeah.
Jibba jabba. So.
And it does beg the question, why hasn't that character done something like that already?
Previously.
That seems like something, but
I will admit, there is a sense of problem solving in this issue that I think is phenomenal.
yeah.
When presented with an issue that you cannot literally, solve, to figuratively solve it, that's how you build a collection.
Yeah.
That right there. That's how you do it. I like it. I like it a lot. And now it's time for the honorable mentions. The honorable mention wise, we both did from Marvel, from DC.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know how we did that. This
We're
just
like
kind of worked out that
twinsies.
way. I know, right? Good job. But we went totally different completely. We didn't even touch the same veins.
Yeah.
So where do you want to go first?
I am really interested in Avengers. That's one I had not read.
Okay, so Mark Waid and then Mike Del Mundo, who did the artwork for Weird World.
Oh, yeah.
From the Secret War series. So it's gorgeous. Let's say that. Shout out. I know we're not supposed to do spoilers, but I got to give a shout out to Mark Waid for his cultural reference to Drake in this one. Good job. I'm very curious whether or not you are actually a Drake fan, or did you have to ask someone else who's a person who has a concert that you might, in a millennial sort of way, mention? I got to know. Tell the truth. You can tell me. I won't judge you. But we're still continuing this storyline of multiple Kangs, time travel, paradoxes and all that fun stuff. If you're a fan of The Flash, definitely you should be reading this because this is good stuff. Wade knows his Avengers lore just like he does his DC stuff, and he's weaving it very, very well here. Like I think it looks really like a really great story, and where it's going. Each issue is kind of leading into something very phenomenal happening in the very next one. So like they're not like, oh, okay, I read it and it's done. It's like, hey, this is kind of cool. Well, what happens next? And it's very episodic. It's really, really well done. So I think that's very interesting that he's writing this old guard Avengers and the young. Yeah, like that's, maybe he does know who Drake is.
Yeah, and it's different feels on both books.
Wow.
Like it really, Mark.
Shout out, sir.
You're doing a good job, buddy.
Good job. Okay, now I'm going to swing it back your way, and I have to ask the question of this very Clone Saga-esque cover. I mean, we've got Mark Bagley on this cover. And this is one of those things. Mark Bagley has made such a mark in drawing Spider-Man that you know his artwork when you see it.
Yeah.
The only other persons I think get that leeway, Ramirez in the name, and Ditko. Yeah, definitely Ditko. Yeah. What is this? I need to know.
Well, this was something that Dan Slott, Clone Conspiracy, number 3, that Dan Slott had tweeted out, and Dan Slott's the writer, for those that are not following it, tweeted out like a couple weeks back, right before the final order cutoff, where retailers can adjust numbers to whatever for the issue, that we should order extra amounts because something important is going to happen in it. Something kind of does, but I don't know if
that's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. With the Clone Conspiracy, there are so many people coming back from, or being resurrected, not being cloned necessarily.
Okay.
But this version of the Jackal is taking it a little bit in different directions, and we're also seeing the other members of the Spider-Verse woven into this, and how they interact with the people that by name they know, but are different within this universe.
Okay. Now, did Bagley do the interior artwork as well?
No.
Oh, no.
Jung
he
did.
didn't. Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yes, still very pretty.
So, I mean, it's interesting. I have been a very vocal not fan of most of Dan Slott's work.
Truth.
But he's ran several years on the title, so what do I know?
I mean,
yeah.
You have an opinion.
I have an opinion.
Which is fair.
And this has been something that I wanted to hate from the start, because it's clones, and there's certain characters that are being brought in. But it's been fun. It's been action-packed. I'm liking the differences in the characters as they're from different universes and interacting with each other. It's been really, really fun. I don't know how much I don't know if it's something that happens in this issue or something that's alluded to in the future issues.
Okay.
That's going to be that big twist.
But this might be like a major step in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was very exciting.
Respect. I just had a thought. I'll ask you off camera.
Fair.
It was very
Spoiler.
A little. So I took on Superman, and I've been enjoying this one. I mean, Gleason, Tomasi, they've been doing everything. Doug Monk did the artwork for it, but it's interesting because it doesn't look like his artwork, because I think of the inkers that they had on it are bringing in a different flair. So it took me off guard. I was like, wait, who did the artwork? What?
Yeah.
But maybe, I mean, he's adjusting style. Yeah. That's art. Fun. Like this one, and this, I do not mean this as a diss. I breezed through this issue almost effortlessly, but it's because it just was a page turner. Like it took you back to that classic Silver Age goodness where you just wanted to know what was going to happen next. It was brilliant. Absolutely well played. Fun interactions, characters you don't normally see interacting. I was there. I definitely want to know where the next issue was going, because
I didn't see that happening.
Man. Like, I'm like, what? And then after I was like, okay. You know what it made me long for, though? More Young Justice.
Yeah.
More Young Justice. How about that? Yeah, boom. Take that non-spoiler reference. But really daggone good, man. I enjoyed that one. Yeah. Okay, so your trip into the DC universe was?
Yeah, similar sort of vibe. Tom King.
Okay.
Batman. Wow. All right. Very, very similar to that. Very minimalist in terms of the actual scripting that you see in letters there. There's not really paneling in it. it's almost, there's the movement, and you can see through where people would be.
Oh,
Yeah.
they strobe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. So it just goes through, and each page is really easy to follow, and your eyes are actually drawn. Follow it super easily. The lack of dialogue isn't really a lack of dialogue. It's like a soliloquy almost. So
This looks really pretty.
yeah, it's amazing. It was a really, really good issue, and I think coming up with the next issue, I'm getting the vibe that something big is going to be dropped, some like truth bomb or something.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just one of those that kind of like Superman, read really fast,
Yeah.
but not because I was skimming. It just
It breezed,
Yeah.
and it was good.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest part, is like when you can go through a book really quickly, doesn't make it bad.
that usually means it's good.
Right.
It's the one that take you 20 minutes to get through. You're
You
like,
struggled. You're like,
this was
oh,
not
I
a good
gotta
read.
decipher, and this is not good. But
yeah,
it's Tom King. man.
yeah. So
Such a good read this week. I couldn't deal.
yeah.
Trying to think if there was a single book that I didn't like and didn't exist.
Yeah.
So, good week, good week, good week. And it's like Christmas came a little early for some people.
Harambe is awesome.
Yes, he is. Was. Oh. Too soon?
Too soon.
Taken.